So in this video, you're going to see me heading over to a GS9 Club USA event, the first ever event held in their new flagship NYC boutique that happens to be the largest in the world. So as you can see, it's a very, very spacious boutique here, which makes sense considering it is the world's largest. But this gives ample real estate to a brand that has definitely established a presence in the United States, but this is really throwing down the gauntlet to the other Swiss brands or what have you, where they've really taken a much more sizable presence. Here we have some of the Evolution 9 models, and these are actually the first watches you'll probably see when you walk in. These are like right in front of the door. Oh, this is a watch that me and Marcus know all too well, the SPGH 009, which we'll probably have to cut to some Marcus footage because I can't get close enough to the watch. But this is the spring drive masterpiece. You have a fully engraved platinum case that matches the birch texture of the dial. It's absolutely insane. It's the kind of thing that really I've only seen Grand Seiko do. So again, to be clear, you have a dial that is like a special version of the white birch dials. But then as that pattern, which is a very distinct pattern, extends out to the case, it seamlessly extends out to the case where even the case, hand hammered, has the pattern as well. At the end of the day, if there's any Grand Seiko watch you want and you're in the New York City area, odds are you will be able to find it here. And if they don't have it in stock, they'll be able to source it, order it, bring it to the store, ship it to you, whatever you need. This is the flagship. I mean, this really is for not just New York City, but the USA as a whole. This is the big kahuna. This is the big Grand Seiko space where all things Grand Seiko can be purchased, discussed, enjoyed, all the above. So why don't you guys come downstairs with me and check out the Clubhouse Floor. This is sort of the basement floor, but unfortunately it is not open all the time to the public. And in this little corner right here, the tutor is on your left. I don't know if we can get in there right now. That's the masterpiece room. So right now I've just walked into a very secret room. This is the masterpiece room where you can find watches like the one that I actually have, the Credo Aishi 2. Oh, look at this. Of course, the Grand Seiko Kodo Constant Force Tourbillon. So yeah, this is where the best of the best of Grand Seiko watches live, right here in the masterpiece room. This is so cool. Then here, what's this? Oh yeah, so I remember this actually when I was in Japan. In the WAKO Ginza boutique, they have far more than just watches. They actually have even clothing and leather goods. And there's some really interesting stuff here. So these are Bento Boxes. So Joe is handing out some very rare Japanese whiskey to all these folks who are patiently waiting. In the GS9, you need to have a Grand Seiko watch purchased here in America to be a part of GS9 Club USA. So everybody in the room with me in this event are all wearing Grand Seiko watches. And if they're not wearing one Grand Seiko watch, quite frankly, they're wearing two. And it could be a Grand Seiko and a Grand Seiko and a Credo. Anything Seiko Corporation, it's on people's wrist at this event tonight. So what do you got on the wrist?
I have on the Mount Iwate High Beat GMT, the SPGH 263. Super fun watch. I mean, I love Iwate dials, so when this came out, kind of was the perfect one. When it came out last year, it was sort of an upgrade to the previous version, so now it has ever brilliant steel, all that. So, after checking all those boxes, I was like, yeah, that's kind of the right time for that. So what do you have on the wrist?
Hey, I have a SPG M221. I was looking for a GMT, and I just thought that this was so beautiful with the cream dial. A lot of people don't know that Grand Seiko makes this watch called Credo. C-R-E-D-O.
So Credo.
Credo, thank you. Yes. And to me, oh yes, see, you're wearing one. I think that would have to be my Grell. They're just beautiful, very simple, but very complicated at the same time.
Yeah. What got on the wrist?
I have the Grand Seiko Rika on. It's the SPGH 271.
And why did you pick this watch?
I was between a few Grand Seikos, and the reason I picked this one is just the way the dial plays with the light. I remember taking it out of the store and just seeing how, it was in the white light in the store, and then I took it out into the sunlight, and it was just completely different colors that I hadn't even seen, and I knew that my decision was correct.
Right, so on the left wrist, I've got an Omawatari, which I got on my wedding day. So probably one of my most cherished watches. And then on my right wrist, I have the Timeless Luxury Texas Blizzard Edition, which I bought for my own graduation. So two very much cherished pieces that I absolutely love.
So what's on the wrist, Paul?
I have the Spring Drive Birch. So this was given to me by my now wife for our engagement. It's on a needle strap because we had a pretty delayed wedding ceremony, which was actually in Mexico. And the needle strap kind of just fit the vibe a little bit better than the bracelet. And this was like only maybe 2.5 weeks ago. So it's still on the needle strap. It happened to be a day where we were going ring shopping, and then I convinced her, all right, we looked at your rings, like, you mind if we stop into the Grand Seiko boutique? She had a few drinks already in her, and next thing you know, she's putting down a deposit for this watch. And I have a matching wedding ring.
Oh, wow. Thank you guys for joining me on this adventure. So the first time I'd ever been to a GS9 event in this new New York City flagship, which is, again, the biggest Grand Seiko boutique in the entire world. It's great for me to be able to show you guys what the Grand Seiko community is like here in New York City, here in GS9 Club USA. I highly encourage you in whatever region you're in to make sure that if you've purchased a watch in that region that you double check and make sure that you are registered for the GS9 Club, because it really is an absolute pleasure to be a part of. So be with all these people who love Grand Seiko just as much as you or I do. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.